Hello everyone, welcome to another session of learning. In this video, we will discuss about electrical energy, and at the end of this lesson, you are expected to make a survey regarding electrical appliances used at home for a month and calculate the electrical energy consumption and the cost. Today, we are experiencing pandemic. Most of us have nothing to do but to stay home or work from home to avoid being invaded by the COVID-19 virus. Because of that, we do a lot of things to entertain ourselves. We usually use light for longer time now, watch TV shows, and use aircon to release ourselves from hot temperature. The question is, how much electrical energy does your household consume in one day, week, or month? Can you determine common electrical appliances contribute so much to your energy consumption? In this video, we are going to identify some of those factors that contribute much to our daily electrical consumptions. Let's define first these terms. First is power. In electricity, power is the amount of energy transferred or converted per unit time by an electric circuit. Second is energy. We know that this is about the ability to do work, which is the ability to exert a force causing displacement of an object. In electricity, energy is all about electrical energy, which is a type of kinetic energy caused by moving charges. The amount of this energy depends on the speed of charges. The faster the charges move, the more electrical energy they carry. So, the slower the charges move, the less the electrical energy is. This electrical energy is related to energy consumption we consume daily, which is about the power input of an appliance and the number of hours the appliances use. We can able to compute our energy consumption by means of electrical energy that is being used by the different appliances we are using through multiplying the power to make each of them function and the number of hours in which they use. And remember, they measure by means of per kilowatt per hour. In mathematical expression of electrical energy, which is a product of power and time, the symbol of electrical energy is double capital E, which has a standard unit of kilowatt per hour, while the power has a symbol of capital P and an SI unit of watts, while the T is the symbol for time and has a unit of hour. Here are the steps in computing electrical energy. First is identify the power needed by an appliance to work. Second is determine the time it was used. Third is convert watts to kilowatts. In conversion of watts to kilowatts, we will use the conversion factor 1000 watts equals to 1 kilowatt. And if it is needed, we will also convert the given time into hour. The fourth step is determine energy consumption, that is by multiplying the value of power and time. And lastly is to determine the cost. Example, what is the total amount of electrical energy consumed in kilowatt per hour by 1000 watts flat iron if it is used for 5 hours and it costs 10 pesos per kilowatt per hour? So the first thing that we need to do is to identify the power needed by an appliance to work. Based from the problem, the power needed by the flat iron to function is 1000 watts. Then, the next step is determine the time it was used. The flat iron was used for 5 hours. Now that we already identified the value of power and time, let's convert the unit of power from watts to kilowatts. Then we will use the conversion factor, which is 1000 watts equals to 1 kilowatt. So, let's multiply 1000 watts to 1 kilowatt and divide it to 1000 watts. Then cancel the unit watts. The answer will be 1 kilowatt. Since we already converted the unit of power, let's now update the value of power from 1000 watts to 1 kilowatt. We don't need to convert the time here because the SI unit of it is already R. So let's now proceed to the fourth step, which is determining the energy consumption. In solving the energy consumption, we will use the formula electrical energy equals to power times time. So let's now substitute the given to the formula. So we have power, which is 1 kilowatt, and time, which is 5 hours. Then multiply them. The answer will be 5 kilowatt per hour. So this is the energy consumption of the flat iron for 5 hours. We are now on the last but not the least step, which is determining the cost of the flat iron. So to determine that, we will use the formula power in kilowatt per hour times cost per kilowatt per hour of the flat iron. So in here, the power in kilowatt per hour of the flat iron is 5 kilowatt per hour. And the cost per kilowatt per hour is 10 pesos. So let's substitute them to the formula. Then multiply it. Then the answer will be 50 pesos. So that is the cost of the flat iron in 5 hours use. You know what? It is really important to monitor electrical energy consumption because you can save energy and money. Another thing, choose to buy appliances with low power rating because the greater the power rating of an appliances, the greater the electrical energy consumption.